Hi, this is Luke, and this is Curves Equator from Waves. This is a smart resonance suppression audio plugin that claims to fix that as well as mud, harshness, or any other kind of tonal inconsistencies. So it should work well across complex materials such as my mix in progress, and when I bring it in, it is giving me a big boost in clarity and definition. Now, at its simplest, I can put Waves Curves Equator into learn mode and play audio into it so that it knows what corrective curve to apply to the input. And then all I have to do is adjust the threshold to get the amount of processing that I want. And there are some self-explanatory controls around the threshold, but I also have a delta listen function as well, can just knock that in and hear what Waves Curves Equator is taking out. And I can open up the advanced controls to get a little bit more in depth with what Curves Equator is doing. And at this point I can see my band splits, and I have individual control over the threshold for each of those. So I'm biasing the action to happen a little bit more in the lower mids, and least of all through the top. The tilt control is also useful, slightly reminiscent of a rather famous sci-fi spaceship there. Make it brighter. Darker. So another way to get some broad brush control over my mix or any other source. So already a great improvement, although Curves Equator goes one step further thanks to its sidechain functionality. So in this mix I have quite a lot going on in the middle with piano and organ, electric guitars and acoustic, so those are all vying for attention not only with each other but perhaps most importantly with the vocal itself. Don't spend his nights round the fire. And if I put an instance of Waves Curves Equator across all of those backline instruments, I can use Curves Equator to duck all of them in accordance with what the vocal is doing. And all I do is send from my vocal into the sidechain input of Waves Curves Equator. I learn that sidechain input. And by enabling the rider function at the top, I get this inverse action that cuts straight through competing instruments to let, in this case, my vocal through. Don't spend his nights round the fire. Yes, he's alone, that is doggies required. So I could spend a little bit more time on my threshold adjustment there to get exactly the results that I'm looking for. Driving his wheels and his feet to shine. So Waves Curves Equator delivering nicely on its claim of restoring tonal consistency, and with the sidechain and rider functionality I've got even more options there available if I needs them. To find out more and to read our full article on Waves Curves Equator, head over to the Production Expert blog.